this is Archie, 3-year-old cob, like he's well into his 3rd year. So he's had his birthday, and his actual birthday rather than January the 3rd. And he's a real nice cob. He's a nice cob, and he'll make a nice looking cob. If you look, you see on the films, he's a little bit putting one foot in front of the other on the front of him, but that will leave him as he gets wider. I think he's going to be quite a thick made, and he's not got a bad action, you know, he's not terrible by any means. You know, by any means he's not terrible. His action's good, and he's good on the road. Unless he's rubbing all the hedge the other side. You know, he's happy enough, like. But he's a nice horse. But he's 3-year-old, and you can't make him. You know, horses will only take so much in a period of time. They're all different. Some of them we've had, and we've had them 2 weeks. You know, normally a couple of weeks to say, right, we've got the harness on, we've got it, you know, bring it back next year, because the rest of the money you're going to spend now is just wasted. We've just had a vehicle go by, and he was transporting, I would think, like sawdust, but not sawdust, more powdery stuff, and it was blowing out the back, and it's come all over him. I mean, he's got some stains from laying down in the poo that was washed off this morning, but on his back there you can see some, you know, but it's all up the road and over the hedgerows and everything. But like when I used to work with heavy horses, it was called woodflower. But so we'll have to give him a good old thing when we get home, only in case it got into his, you know, irritated his skin, so we give him a good wash when we get back. Well, they always have a wash, but we'll put the old pressure washer on him, and that's what they all have, and it washes out everything. We'll show you when we get back, we'll do a bit of that. But a nice cob, he's a good cob. And he can cover the ground. Now the problem is with this little boy, cover the ground, that's lovely. But this is why horses can't make decisions. I'm always saying this. What I'm saying by that, he can't decide whether he's going to trot now, he's going to walk now. When you ask him to stand, he's got to stand. When you ask him to walk, he's got to walk. Trot when you want him to trot. So he does what you asked him to do. That is what you want. Now what you've got to be is use your head. And remember this, wherever you go, you've got to come home. You know, if you're going out and you park your trailer up and go for a drive, you still got to come back. And you've got to think of the daylight, you know, especially this time of year. So I know that, like, sounds like I'm talking down. I'm not talking down to anybody, I'm just saying that's what you've got to do. And you are in charge of everything, and the horse only does what you want. So this dear little fella, if I asked him to get on, although we've already done quite a few miles, if I asked him or let him, he would be up there and he would be trotting, and he would be trotting out because he loves it. The point is, he doesn't know how far away from home he is, does he? Or if you've gone out for a ride, you know, taken a trailer or a lorry, parked up and gone for a ride, you know, a drive somewhere. He doesn't know how far. You can't discuss it with him and say, well, look, we're going to do 15 miles, say, yeah, or whatever it might be, or 2 miles, whatever it is. He has no idea. So that's why, you know, one of the reasons you must be able to control the horse, and he does what you asked him to do, not what you force him to do, because that's no good. You just got to ask him steady or trot or walk and like that. So what I always say, if you look at the, I keep on saying this, and I will keep saying it because a lot of people don't seem to grasp it, but if you look at this horse or any pony, anything you drive, whether it's a team or whatever, the horse is the motive power. Everything else is down to you. So when you get a lovely little baby like this, and let's face it, he's a baby, he's 3-year-old, or 3.5 now nearly. So he was born early part of the year, I believe. So this little fella would give you his heart and soul, and you would sit behind him and think, you see here, look, he's saying, let me go up here, Dad, just walk. So I'm just getting back to walk, yeah? Now, why would I do that? The only reason I've done it, you know, I would let him trot up here, no trouble, because we're going uphill and it'd be easier for him. Steady, baby. But he's got to wait till I give him the okay to go. Okay, babe, trot. So twice he went to move, I just checked him, and that reminds him I have to do what I'm asked, yeah? Now, he would walk all the way up here, make no mistake. It wouldn't be hard, you know, hard work for him or anything like that. He would walk up here all the way, no trouble at all. But I'm just telling him he can walk down this other side, let these cars come past. Steady, my boy. But a lovely, lovely horse. Nicely marked horse as well, considering he's all white on his quarters. He's pretty even down each side, you know, in the colouring of them. Do I like coloured horses? I like all horses. There's no horse that's a bad colour as far as I'm concerned. Or type. We have everything. Anything from thoroughbreds, Shire. I mean, at the moment now we've got Persian in, Shire horse in, Shetlands, Cobs. We've also got some fell ponies in, and we've got Gelderlanders on the way. They're just coming in the next couple of days. So, yeah, really. Come on, baby. And this little boy now, he knows his job. I'll, you know, let him hold this back, coming down here. Steady, my baby, just hold it for me. Steady, my boy. So we're coming down this hill, and he'll just hold that. I'll use my brake again now, just to take the weight off his quarters, but if you ask him to hold it, he'll hold it. Nice horse. What he really wants, if he was mine, I would turn him away for the winter. Because how much time are you going to have to drive him? You know, he's got all this in his head. A lot of people, lots and lots of people that come to us that got these horses at this age. Not all of them, because not all of them are, none of them, you know, they're all different, you know, but normally you find you get everything in them, you get them used to the traffic and everything, then it wouldn't do them any harm, put it that way, to go away, have the winter off, come back when the weather starts to change next year and you can get out, you've got more chance of getting out in the evening, etc. and using your horse, then come back. So they don't do the full, you know, normal period of time, say, we cut it short. So that, you know, the money costs the same, but it gives them, come up, it gives them, and then when they, you know, gives them the chance, so they won't really forget. They'll be a bit rusty, but they'll soon pick it up again, especially if they come back to the same place and do, you know, they're back in the routine within a couple of 3 days. You know, the end of a week, they're normally back in, not doing many miles, they're building their fitness up, and their head's ready for, well, I suppose it's like changing years when you was at school, wasn't it? You go up and, you know, you go up into another class and then you do what you do, you learn, you know, you extend what you've already learned. So you've got the basis, you know, of reading, writing maybe, and then you, I don't know, you joined up writing and all that type of stuff, you know, and all the reading, you do all of that sort of thing. So, come on, baby. Come on, baby. So, yeah, he's a real nice horse. Good looking horse. And, you know, very willing worker. And that's what I started off saying. Because he's a willing worker, you've got to watch him. And you've got to limit, you know, what he does. So when you go out, like now, you can trot up there, but you have a little walk. I've asked him with the reins then, because I'm talking to you. So I give him a little touch on the reins and back he comes. Only got a piece of rubber in his mouth. He's got a mouth like silk. And then we can walk home. And, you know, it's lovely to do your own horse and break it. Of course it is. The loveliest thing in the world. to do, but a lot of horses really become very good driving horses, like you see on our films, you know, without, you know, you see what they can do and, you know, what they've achieved in the weeks they've been with us, which is normally a 6 weeks period. 89% are 6 weeks, you know, from a horse that will tie up and you can groom it, wash it. That's it. That's the type of one that's the best for us. We don't take them before free. Well, that's not strictly true. We take horses for... Come over, my baby boy. This one here, come over. He's making a lot of noise, brushing the hedge the other side, you know, catching the branches and making them crack. Just then, don't come out on these GoPros. The sound is not as good as, you know, in real life when you're sat here. But yeah, if there's a good boy. Come on, my baby boy. Yes, you are, you young rascal. Good boy. Jig, 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 jig. This is one of the things we teach all the horses. Jig, jig, jig. Come on, hey. Jig, 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 jig. Trot. Trot on. So, you know, we teach him 3 paces. He'd never need to jig, will he? I mean, unless he's in the show ring, sometimes it's handy then, because you can keep your horse in a trotting motion, but slow enough that you can, you know, take either side, the outside of the ring and the inside of the ring, to show your horse to the best advantage. It's a great advantage to do it then. But it's just a matter of the horse does what I asked it to do, and I do emphasise what I asked it. You can't, these people that think you can, you know, do as he's told, but no, that's no good. What you got to do is cajole them, like you do with a child. You know, make it interesting, make it enjoyable. But if you know, you can go a long way, that's no problem, but it's how you do it. You can't go a long way trotting flat out all the time, can you? Because you know, there's no enjoyment for the horse. And also, before you go a long way, you've got to make them fit. You know, you've got to really pick them up and make them fit. And the finite things like getting his head carriage up and put his head and make a nice head carriage. You know, you just sit there and soap your mouth, very, very soapy, and a soft rubber bit. He's lovely. But the finite bits, we've done as far as we can with him at his age now. Next year, this will be one good cob. You know, he will be a good cob, a serious good cob, because he's got the best work ethic of, well, you know, he's, put it this way, you know, if you ask him work ethic out of 10, he's 10 all day long. And that's why you've got to be so careful. That's what I started off saying, you can't overdo it, because he would keep trotting till he fell to his knees. Not because he wants to run away from you, or he's frightened of the car, or the noise it makes, or anything like that. Nothing at all to do with that. You know, he'd just go like that. He'd put them reins down there and he'd just go on the same way, you know. He's lovely. So, you know, but he likes to get on, he'll cover the ground. But, you know, you just got to limit what they do, is what I'm saying you've got to have a proper programme of what you want to do. So when we go back, Rhea'll have some notes on her phone. She'll say, you know, it just keeps the notes, how far we've been, paces we had, how much of a break we had, like we stopped and had a cup of coffee in the town, which give him a nice chance of it. Then Rhea goes and, you know, gets him a drink out the lovely crystal clear water from the river in the town, and they have a nice drink. So, there's my baby. Go on you go, darling. And he just loves to go to work. You know, he really does. He just loves to go to work, and he keep going all day. But you know, as I say, you've got to limit it and control it. That's your job as the driver, because he don't know how far we're going. Basically, that's the point I'm trying to get over. But a lovely cob, and he'll make a smashing one next year. You know, What I'm saying is we'll be able to do this sort of thing with, hey baby, come on. Come on. You pick his head up, get his head carriage on him, you see. Come on. A little tiny bit more weight on the reins. Up, my baby, go on you go. That's it. I don't want that now. It's not the time for that. That's the time for this now. Just go along nice and steady and enjoy it, you know. There, baby. Come over there. Come over, my baby boy. There's a good lad. Come over, darling. That's it. But as you can see at the, you know, in the top of the screen, he's very, very soapy. Stand still, bud. And he'll stand here. He won't follow that car. Most horses should go, well, he's gone, I'll go. No, you stand there. It's raining, it's not nice, but you stand there when I asked you to stand there. Not because I'm pulling on his mouth, not because I'm, as you can see, the reins are slack, not for any reason like that, but just wait till I say to you it's all right to go. So we've got another motor car coming now. I don't want him to think, all right, I'll go. Still got to stand there. And that's standing still, but not standing still holding onto his mouth because he's, you know, he can't go. I mean, you can see the reins slack. Put his head where he likes. So, you know, you can see here that the reins are slack. See here that the reins are slack there in his mouth, no pressure at all on, and he's just standing there. So, you know, that's lovely. Okay, walk, babe. And I want him to go away at the walk. I don't want him to do any more than a walk. And I want him to do what I asked him to do. And that's working together as a partnership with your horse and knowing how much work to give him. Most important thing that is, time and time again, you'll hear people say, oh, I went out and we went all the way through and we done this and we done that. It took ages to get home. Well, you know, he's still got to pull the cart with you sat on it. You know, he don't have a ride then, he don't sit on the cart and you pull it home, does he? So you've got to do it with the right amount of work. Horses will cover the miles, make no mistake. We'll go out and this horse will do 15 miles, you know, more. But he'll do it with a break in the middle, and he'll have some walks and trots, and you know, we'll keep his work to a minimum. So obviously he'll trot uphill and he'll trot down the other side. If people say you can't trot him downhill, well, anyway, but we'll be covering the break, so he'll be trotting downhill, but he won't be being pushed down there by the vehicle around his britching. So his traces will be slack, and so will his britching. So he's trotting downhill. So as long as he's shod correctly and he's okay, that's fine. It's not a problem, as you can see in any of the videos. So, but this is going to be one massive good cob next year. Thanks. You wouldn't want it today, would you? Thank you.
He just broke my horse here, 3.5-year-old, and he has been through the water, he's had buses, he's had lorries, he's had everything you could think of that'd be a hazard to a horse thrown at him, and he's coped with it. He's absolutely unbelievable. I am so pleased with this horse.